Hello there, this is your friend Robato, and once again we're going to talk about pageants. We're going to focus now on the Miss Cosmo grand finale. In all honesty, I was very, very disappointed. It was heartbreaking. For the show, it was a very promising pageant. A lot of people, including me, was very enthusiastic about the grand start or the grand beginning of this pageant. It's basically huge in scope and in potential and in its promise, but it was small in value, production value, and content. For the good, there are lots of great candidates. The stage was huge. It was grandiose. It was an epic production from the way you see it on television and of course in flesh. And it was something impressive. It was rarely done that a great pageant, a big pageant is held outdoor. So it was very impressive in that aspect. The chance that was given to all the candidates to showcase their gowns, I was almost in tears. I might not like the music very much, but I think it complements the mood, saying goodbye to all these candidates. And I would like to appreciate that intention of, at least for the final moment, the viewers would see the gowns that were made out of creativity and patience of the designers. So I loved it. Hindi na kasi nakikita ang gowns, diba, sa ibang pageants. Sa awarding lang. So yun talagang moment that they were given time to shine was, I think, one of the highlights of the event. Now let's go to bed. The camera is all over the place. Walang solid na structure ng camera work sa sinusunod. So merong close-up, merong wide, merong sa tagiliran, merong sa lahat. Unlike at Miss Universe, na merong specific angle na kung saan kukuha ng kandidata ng pare-pareho. So kung sa kita ng rampa, ito lang ang kuhang kalahati, same sa lahat ng candidates. And then biglang wide, same sa lahat ng candidates. But here, it's everywhere. You are not sure of what's next, of what you're going to see next. So parang ganun. And the production number, majority of the shots were wide. So para ka nga lang nanonood dun sa malayo, diba? Sa location ng Miss Cosmo. So yun ang hinahanapan ko. I don't know if you missed those shots of Miss Universe pageants, or if you want to see mid shots or close-up shots. So ako nakulangan doon. And what else? Sa production number, sa hosting. Oh my God. Doon sa isa pang production na may yung before the swimsuit, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, that the dancers were holding big balls. Tama ba ako? And then nag-exit na sila. Walang, di ba, pasok agad ang music, ratsada agad. Pero wala. And then, during the swimsuit round, each and every candidate are waiting for their country's name to be called before proceeding. So, naghihintay sila. Ang laki ng gap. Ang daming gaps. Ang daming jutay na moments. You know what I mean? Grabe. So, it's boring. It's a boring show. Even Kylie Versosa wasn't able to save it. Kasi talagang yung co-host niya, feeling director, sana bumaba na lang siya at nagmamando siya. Diba? Dapat hindi pa nakikialaman yung parang gigil pa siya doon sa, okay, so you only have one, alright? You have 30 seconds. Okay, timer starts. Timer starts now pa. Oh my God. So, yun. Maybe it's his first time to host a pageant, or maybe that's really the style of his pageant hosting, which is a little bit rude and insensitive and amateurish. So, I'm not the perfect host, but I have had my moments hosting pageants. here in my province because I was an event planner, event organizer, event director, and event host. So I think I know some tips on how to host a pageant. You know, kahit konti lang. Ang ingin na naman ng mga aso. Pasensya na kayo. Next time doon tayo sa bahay sa bahay magba-vlog. Sorry. Ang daming aso dito. I'm staying here in my niece's house at this moment. What else is bad? Now let's go to the ugly. The ugliest part of the show is the hosting, particularly the correspondence. Not backstage correspondence, but front stage correspondence. So no coordination at all among the hosts, among the cameramen, among the director, and what else? Even the of the male host, male correspondent, was seen live. Diba? Kakabuya. And yun nga, yung kasama ni, yung partner ni Kylie Versosa was also bad. Another ugly part of the show was when Miss Vietnam was interviewed. You know, when she asked for, why is it they don't orient the candidates that if you can't speak English, in case you penetrate the top 5, then please tell us if you have an interpreter because we could provide. Mga ganun. There's nothing like that. So when Miss Vietnam was interviewed, she was very confident that, well, yes, I can. I'm ready for the question, etc., etc. And then all of a sudden, she was just looking for someone who could interpret, and everyone was surprised because we all thought that she would speak in English. And then after that interpretation, she said she would give her answer in English, and that answer was terrible. It's not that I could give a perfect answer during moments like that you are on stage and millions of people are watching you live. It's just that I would rather speak in my own language because you would really grasp for words if you're really not used to speaking English. So, I don't know, but that was an ugly part. And of course, one of the ugliest parts there was when Miss Cosmo Philippines, who gave a great performance, wasn't called to enter the top 5. Let's proceed now to the good, the bad, and the ugly side of Ahtisa Manalo's participation. The good, she was ethereal in her preliminary gown. She was a goddess in her preliminary gown. I like the gown, the blue gown. Free-flowing, and that further give her the aura of a goddess. It's just that I don't care about the... Anyway, it was not explained as they are walking, right? The history of the gown, what was it made of? The value, the cultural relevance, wala namang magandang, diba? I think nagmukha siyang magandang okay na gown na nilagyan mo ng mga palarang gold dahil malapit na magsimula ang inyong role-playing sa inyong school. If you think that was one of the best gowns that a Miss Philippine candidate has ever worn, then it's up to you. But for me, I didn't like it as a total. I mean, I don't like the gown as a whole because of that gold peg. It might look great. The details might be great when you take a closer look. But the judges wouldn't be able to see that anymore anyway. Sorry. So the judges wouldn't see those things anymore. And Ahtisa was well loved. In fact, we were all rooting for her to represent Philippines at Miss Universe, and then all of a sudden you would see her in that kind of gown. I mean, you could give more. I mean, it's not bad, but you could give better. Right? And then, eto na, gowns sa... Sorry, napag-mix ko na ang good, bad, and ugly. Because of those damn dogs. Sorry, okay, so, when it comes to her beauty, basically it's the good part. Everyone is mesmerized by her beauty. It transcends the boundaries of cultural differences and standards of beauty. Admit it or not. If there is a best in swimsuit, I don't to remember if there was a best in swimsuit. Maybe I missed it, but there was a gown, best in gown. During that time, I was watching when all the special prizes were given, special awards like Ahtisa got two, right? But in case there was Miss Best in Swimsuit, it could have been included there. Or it should have been included there. So if it was not included there, there was no Miss Swim. There was no Best in Swimsuit, right? So please comment down below if there was. And in case there was, Ahtisa Manalo deserved that award. She was very good during the swimsuit walk. Oh my God. Now the bad. I don't know why with the great. How would that be great if he is that great? There's a great trainer who has been training a lot of candidates now. And yet they always forget one important thing. At least 2 or 3 seconds na pose sa harap ng judges. For a powerful mark. Diba? For a stronger presence. Yeah, may isa, pero there should be a final one, a final pose where she is looking at the judges for at least 3 seconds. Minsan a powerhouse country should not forget those important factors. Diba? Magaling ang trainer, bakit nakakalimutan yun? Bakit mo kakalimutan yun yung pinaka-importante? Or, kung natin rin sisinan ng trainer, maybe sa mga kaba-kaba ng candidates, maybe they forget. But I must say that is an important factor. Now, for the gown again, let's go to the bad. There's nothing wrong with the gown during the top 10. It's just that, again, there might be better gowns for her. They didn't even think of this, that the one Kylie Versosa was wearing suits Ahtisa Manalo for the final 10. That was a better gown compared to the gown that she wore during the top 10. Agree or not? But so why would you give a gown that would almost see her body while in fact she's already showed her finest form in the swimsuit competition? That's, oh my God, I can't comprehend that thing. You know what? The worst part there is that these trainers wouldn't mind all of our comments, all of our thoughts. They wouldn't pay attention to us. That's what I've been reiterating all these years. Na they don't listen to the ordinary viewers. They don't look at the comments of all the posts. Diba? So talagang ang feeling nila is, I don't care about what you say. This must be done. This is what we should do. Well, ganon, diba? You know, I strongly believe that the culprits or the reasons why Ahtisa lost were, number one, that complacency. Her handlers are very complacent that she could do anything wrong with that beautiful face. That with that face, she can do everything. Let's not give her the best dress. Let's not give her the best whatever. Let's just use her face. Because only that can make her win all the way to the crown. Feel ko yun. Feel lang. Number two, the shoulders. They really don't look good. You know, for me, that's how I see it. They were not assets. They were liabilities. Each and every one of us is not perfect. We all have our own bad things. We all have our own liabilities. We all have our own negative traits and negative features. And I think yun ang hindi okay kay Ahtisa pagdating sa physical. If you like it, then go. And if I don't like it, then leave me alone. You know, I love well-chiseled bone structures. Like yung ganon, na pataas. Pero the shoulders must be wide. Di ba yung pang model, yung nakikita natin. Di ba? Unfortunately, Ahtisa just doesn't have those wide shoulders. Only those bones na nagbibigay ng impression ng slouchiness. Tama ba yung term ko? She looks tired. She looks vulnerable. She looks weak. You know, I don't know. Let me just make it simple. I think those shoulders do not help her. So the best thing to do, hide those shoulders. Diba? So, ang ginawa ng mga handlers niya is, Ahtisa, let's just give emphasis on your face. So itataas natin ang hair and then lalabas natin ang shoulders para to showcase your beauty, to enhance your beauty. The problem is that sometimes they forget to hide the bad. Showcase the good, hide the bad. Di ba ka? Kitang-kita yun sa runway at dun pumupunta yung point ko na kung nanonood lang sila ng mga vloggers at ng mga fans sa kanilang mga comments na hindi maganda ito, hindi maganda yun. So, they could improve something somewhere. Or pwede nilang pagsama-samahin ang kanilang nasa isip at ang mga nababasa nila to come up with a better idea, better styling, and better whatever. Look at the swimsuit round. They were not evident because of the hair. It was down. So natakpan. So nakakonsentrate kayo sa mukha niya, sa kanyang katawan, at sa kanyang performance. But in the gown competition, they distract you. The shoulders distract you. So after the face, dun ka na nakatutok sa shoulders niya na na-enhance ng kanyang gown at ng hair. You see, I think for me that's negative. If you think that's positive, if you think it didn't lessen the fact that she was very, very good and should be in the top 5, so okay. But for me, I think there is no... You cannot instruct Paula or Harnash, did I pronounce it right? To cook the results or to give higher points to other candidates, particularly, for example, Vietnam. I think they wouldn't allow such imposition or suggestion or order from the management or from the owner. I don't think that would happen. I don't think there was pressure. I don't think there was destabilizing plot to destroy Philippines. I don't think there is demolition job. I don't think there is a conspiracy theory to distract Ahtisa. I don't think so. I mean, it's just but natural for the remaining judges to lean a bit towards Miss Vietnam. But I don't think in general there is a demolition job, no. It's basically because of that gown, because of that look that was strengthened or weakened by those shoulders and the styling. In performance, I don't see anything wrong. As what I've said earlier, is that crucial 2 to 3 second look at the judges. That convincing look at the judges, that convincing pose in front of the judges, that would solidify her strength, that queenly image. So yun ang nawala yun. That's for me. Okay, I might be wrong. We have our own opinions and insights about everything, and that's my own. So if you think everything was okay, then fine. But for me, it wasn't. So I am, I said it's heartbreaking because I love Ahtisa so much. I wanted her to win. I think she deserves another crown, another international crown. And it was within her reach. It was just because of those hitches and glitches that I find negative, resulting to her loss. Anyway, if the judges didn't like her and put her at number 6 or number 7 in the rankings of the top 10, so she really wouldn't make the cut of the top 5. And that's understandable. If I didn't like it that much, then they might have felt the same way. That's why they didn't include her in the top 5. So wag tayong siguro ng cooking and everything. Wala naman siguro. Siguro may nadagdag na points from the Vietnamese judges, pero how can you beat the fact? However we don't want, for example, Vietnam or Thailand to enter the top 5 and pave way for Ahtisa to enter the top 5. How can you beat the fact that Miss Vietnam won Best in Gown? So malayo na agad sa ranking. So sa top 5, automatically with that award, Vietnam was on top of the list sa top 5. Hindi ba ga? What do you think? So mahirap habulin yung points Vietnam. Even if we think that she should not have been in that magic circle in the first place. So wala talaga. Deserve niya talaga. She deserves to be in the top 5 because she won Best in Gown, which was the ultimate criterion to enter the 5. Di ba ga? So let's make it simple further. As simple as they didn't like the gown, they didn't like her gown performance. That's it. It doesn't diminish the fact that Ahtisa is a queen and the prettiest among all the candidates that night. Whatever, Ahtisa, overall, I think she should be there. Siguro ay out na rito yung pagiging Pinoy. She was really she could represent Miss Cosmo to the fullest and even drag the pageant to a higher level. But, maybe the judges didn't see it. Even if Ahtisa lost, I think she deserves a grand welcome because she was the queen of that night. Let's admit that, even with that a little unimpressive gown performance, or with that bad gown, for me, bad gown, I think in general, she could still win it. But it's just unfortunate that the judges didn't choose her. You know what I mean? So it's not Ahthisa's fault. I don't want to say it's the handler's fault, but I must say it is their fault. So cancel me or what? I would stick to that. They didn't give Ahtisa the gown and the styling that she deserves. And with a queen like Ahtisa, she should have been given the best. So we love you, Ahtisa. Good luck. I wish she could join Miss Universe because that swimsuit performance and the elegance that she showed during the preliminary competitions, preliminary activities, the gala and the other events. She deserves a spot at Miss Universe. She deserves another chance at Miss Universe, but I doubt. And let's not pressure her to join again. She already won a crown. She got the most handsome boyfriend in the whole universe. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me today. This is your friend Robato, and I hope to see you again.